Hey guys, it's TooPoised and I am here with a long overdue video. I was not going to post this video because it's so long overdue, but I have a lot of great footage, so I figured better late than never. So it's 2021 Valentine's weekend and I decided to plan a local getaway for my boyfriend. I thought this would be a pretty good idea because we've been quarantined in my apartment and just pretty much working from home. So I thought that, it'd be nice to get us in a different setting. And then not to mention, he ended up catching COVID. So it wasn't really like we would be able to do too much. But I had already reserved a room and I wasn't going to cancel it. So I did cancel some other parts of the weekend and just rearrange some things and just made it work for us. Okay, you guys, so here you'll see I'm trying to figure out how to get this helium tank to work so that I can get these balloons blown up. As you can see, I did not have much success with trying to figure out the instructions with the box, so I'm just going to go ahead and count these balloons and figure it out as I go. Foil balloons, okay, so damn, this thing with no instructions, that's wild. So I think it says to where the freak are the instructions? Helium tank. Alright. That's crazy that it don't give you no instructions. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so how to inflate. Turn green valve 4 turns counterclockwise to open. 4 turns counterclockwise to open, okay? Slide balloon neck tightly onto black nozzle. Push down on black nozzle to release helium in the balloon. For best results, okay, so here we go. Alright, so, alright. I got some string too. So I'm gonna be using the silver string. Damn. This is the front, right? Shit. Jeez. Yeah. Damn. Shit, I'm getting hot trying to do this. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that's the way. Fudge. scissors, but I do have a knife. I should have took this string off before. I'll be right back. I used to work in a balloon shop, y'all. I know what I'm doing, a little something. I should probably just cut some strings. I think he already left and he's on his way, even though he told me that he didn't leave yet. If he hasn't left yet, then I got like a good hour to get this together. But put somebody next to my room and I think they keep trying to come up in here. I mean, not coming here. But I think they put somebody in next to my room and I can hear it every time they try to get in here.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. So no one else can like you do. That's why I'm
this is our little mini bar here. We have a few things in the fridge. Like I had made us some salads. Here got some egg whites for some omelets. I cut up some peppers and some onions for the shrimps. We got some eggs in here because we like to have boiled eggs, and we also like to do eggs in our salad. Got some fruit, more fruit, mangoes. I just cut up like 2 tomatoes for our sandwiches, and like I have some lobster meat for our salads as well. And I like prepackaged like a lot of stuff, so that way I would only bring what it is that I needed. This is our mini bar here. So this is our kitchen. So he got me the Ninja Foodie for Christmas, and like I wanted a hotel that didn't have a kitchen specifically, so we could kind of make it like an adventure. This is like modern day camping because I'm definitely not going outside in the woods, but needless to say, this is as close as it's gonna get this day and time. So like I brought the Ninja Foodie, and we have a portable stovetop. Alright, you guys, so it's the next day, which is Valentine's Day, and we didn't go to the grocery store just yet. At least I don't think so. This video is like so long overdue that I really forgot to order. But you'll see I have some prepackaged things that we have brought with us to the hotel. And so I already have basically like turkey, lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, buns. So we're just gonna make a BLT. Okay, so I'm just gonna start cooking up this turkey bacon, and the buns that I'm gonna use for this, they are absolutely delicious. So yes. These rolls are so delicious. I'm gonna do a voiceover, but I'm just trying to remember like some of the things that I'm saying.
Oh, so this don't even matter, like.
Yeah, the sound, like whether how loud you have the TV up, it doesn't matter.
Well, if that's the case, you should have started over.
What do you mean, sorry? What?
Cause they need a close up.
You need a close up?
They need a close up.
That's why I needed a camera guy, but I can't.
I don't know how to work the camera. You gotta teach me how to work the camera. You can't just.
You just do it like a regular one.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, and that's the quality that I was looking for this whole time.
How many times have you gotten your teeth knocked on with
Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to look like there. Come on, you can't be looking like no rookie now. Come on now.
I know, right? Go ahead and cut this in half real quick.
Dang, this quality look a whole lot better. You might have to start paying me for my stuff. See, I just be.
So every 2 feet, right? Yeah. So this last summer we were really gung-ho for having our big old castle. Unfortunately, we're just running into some zoning.
Yeah, there you go. That look a little more professional.
But in the meantime, we have our tents and an extension.
Yeah, that look a little bit better.
To get us through. It'll be nice to have the space. It just sucks. Like,
She'll take a picture. How you take a picture in the process?
You can't take it in the process, you gotta stop recording. If you're trying to do this, don't forget your cooking spray. So I prepackaged some cut up turkey. I usually like some form of meat in my omelets. I usually do peppers. Oftentimes I'll do spinach. But we had the spinach basically for dinner last night. So I did the orange peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers. I'm gonna do some onions in there. And then egg whites. Usually I like to separate my yolk from my actual eggs because I like actual eggs. But this is 100% egg whites. So if you've ever had a problem with egg whites not tasting well, these particular egg whites, they're 100% egg whites, and they actually taste really good, and the omelets come out easier. So it was a lot easier bringing this cart is supposed to try to separate some eggs. Okay. Let's get my pan started. I'm gonna go ahead and put my onions in there. I'm like so happy that I actually only like packed what it is that I would need, because I have a really bad habit of overpacking stuff. What are you all on my feet, Rock? So I'm really happy to be able to use up the little bit of stuff that we brought. This thing gets hot really quickly, so I don't have it turned all the way up yet. So happy I can do that away. So y'all over here fishing for food, huh? I'm gonna be gentle with the onions because I need these onions for my shrimp tonight. Stop it. These almost are gonna have a lot of meat in them because we have plenty of turkey left over. Container, and then some of them I just separated and put into some small bags. So one, I decided to do it like this because one, I hate like going out. We were staying here for 3 nights, and I do hate going out, like paying for food, and oftentimes it's not good food. But the fact that we were staying here for 3 nights, I just felt like eating out for 3 nights was very expensive. Then, not to mention COVID. So I just basically thought that it would be a really cool idea to utilize my Future Foodie and this cooktop to basically kind of like carry on with our everyday lives, like in a different setting and pretty much with very limited resources. So yeah, this is like modern day camping for me. But yeah, it's pretty dope. You can see the steam. Ooh, I'm sorry, Maggie. You can see the steam coming up. Like, yeah, you can totally see the steam coming up from here. So yeah, these babies are cooking with no problem. If you guys are wondering what I'm stepping on, it's the dog. And that is all of our egg whites. I think that we're going to need some more eggs. So I did not do a very good job at separating this yolk, so we're gonna have a yolk in our freaking egg. Back up. Alright, so that didn't go as well as I planned. We're just gonna have a little bit of egg in this omelet here. And that's just gonna be that. Period. Okay? We'll try this again. And this is how that was supposed to work. That was supposed to play out much different. Alright, so hopefully that'll work because we're going to need 2 boiled eggs for tomorrow for breakfast. Alright. So we went to the grocery store today. We got some steak, some lamb chops that I started marinating last night. And got some shrimp that I'm gonna steam, some lobster tail that I'm gonna steam for tonight. We have a little dessert. This is our overflow fridge over here. Okay, so I have some prepackaged kale that's already been cleaned and packaged. Got some strawberries, some orange juice for mimosas. I got some bread for some for the sandwiches. So we just like packed up a little bit of stuff. So I wanted to get a banker's box to transport the food in, but I didn't, and it was like last minute, and I just really wasn't trying to run around and stuff. So especially because I had already been like exposed to COVID. So what do you want to call it? I just used what I had basically at home. And yeah, so this is like my file cabinet that was pretty much empty, so I just emptied it out, transported the food in there. But now since we're here and we went to the grocery store, I need a cooler basically because we bought enough groceries for yesterday's dinner and today's dinner. So yeah, that's gonna be that. I'm gonna show you guys how I just pack the stuff up. We had it on ice overnight, but now I'm just pretty much like freshening up the ice because it melted overnight. So but the food is still cold. Everything, you can see that it's still a fresh color. So yeah. You left your key?
Yeah.
I'll come downstairs.
Alright.
Alright, you guys, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and start prepping dinner, and I'm gonna go ahead and start by cutting the lobster tail. I just poured a little white wine in a vitamin bottle that I had that was finished, just so that I could have something that I could dispose of. So don't think that, it's anything strange. It's just a little bit of white wine, and I highly recommend white wine if you want to get your seafood to where it needs to be. So remember, for the lamb chops, I marinated some in maple syrup and I marinated some others in Greek yogurt. Now these were two recipes that I had found on YouTube and I decided to try them. One of the recipes had honey, but I just decided to substitute it with maple syrup. So I'm going to pan sear the ones that I marinated in maple syrup, and I'm going to air fry the ones that I marinated in Greek yogurt. I usually marinate my steaks in maple syrup, but the Greek yogurt is something completely new that I'm trying, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm just gonna go over to the air fryer and pop those into the air fryer. So with trying the two different mechanisms and the two different recipes, I'm interested to see which set comes out the most tender. So here I'm just spraying down the pan. In this bottle here, I have a little bit of olive oil. Anytime you're air frying food in the air fryer, it is good to pretty much spray it down with olive oil. It kind of gives it a nice crisp, really. So yeah, that's what you see me doing here. And it's also going to turn out that I'm not going to be able to fit all of these lamb chops in the air fryer, so I'm going to end up pan searing one of the Greek yogurt ones. And for those of you who are wondering, these are the tenderloin lamb chops. I prefer the tenderloin lamb chops over the popsicle chops, just because I think that one, they're easier to cook, and I also think that they contain more meat as well. Okay, so smothering the lamb chops in Greek yogurt, some of the seasoning came off, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add one of the beef lifting packets to add some extra seasoning to those that I marinated in the Greek yogurt. So I'm also adding some Montreal chicken and some paprika. I'm pretty sure that was. And so with this air fryer, it cooks food really quickly. So I find that it's better to start out low than to start out high and like burn your food. So I'm just gonna start out at 7 minutes and then I'll take it from there. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on cooking the shrimp and the lobster tail. Now, I did not have any of the food cutting scissors, so I just basically peeled my lobster tail as so. Generally, I would just cut it down the back and pop the meat on top. However, I just kind of had to use the knife and it really wasn't working for me. Now here you see me putting obey, and that is another seasoning that I really just don't like to use. I really can't stand obey, to be honest with you. I prefer to use this magic seasoning blend that you're gonna see me using here. However, I was running pretty low, so I needed to bring something in addition to that because I knew I was gonna run out. But that magic seasoning blend is like fire. I promise you, you will not regret it. I absolutely love that seasoning. And I'm also gonna turn the fire down here just because I don't want it to cook too much right now, just because. So I'm also gonna go ahead and add some Montreal chicken seasoning to this blend. Now it sounds a little weird that it's chicken seasoning, but I like to add it to my seafood and it tastes really good, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm also gonna go ahead and pop the shrimp in the same pot here with the lobster and the onions, and I'm just gonna cook everything together. Now these shrimp, I generally don't like to steam these shrimp, but considering that I have limited resources and I really did want some shrimp to go with this meal, I went on ahead and I got the divine shrimp because those were the only shrimp that they had that were wild caught. All of the other shrimp were farm raised, and I can't eat those because I'm allergic to them. So yeah, I just pretty much purchased what they had there, and we'll see how it goes.
Honestly, I'm trying to stay focused. You must think I'm joking when I say I don't think I can wait. I just need it now.
Look at them babies, they are smoking. They are tender. So I'm opening it up and it's still a little red inside. So I'm going to cook them again on this side for about 4 more minutes.
That is my way. I just need some dick. I just need some love. Tired of fucking with these niggas, baby. I just need a thug. Won't you be my plug? You could.
This will be easier and easier. Avoid those bathroom singers, please. Absolutely. All right, take it easy.
Somebody please.
I'm not
Tell
used
me
to
what's
the
going
couch
on. And that
being
juice
long,
is going
the
to
way
be
I'll go back.
amazing for
If I
the
got a treatment
scale.
plan,
Be the one, ayy. You start with a handshake, baby. I'ma need more than a hug. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah.
So now I'm just gonna go ahead and take the juice from the tenderloin chops and cook the kale in it. That tends to make for a very nice natural seasoning for the kale. Gives it a nice taste, and I'm also just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of Mrs. Dash on top of that, and it's gonna be phenomenal.
Give it to me like you need it, baby. Want you to hear me screaming every breathing. I don't need a reason, baby. I wanna take it back. I need to see right, baby. I wanna be in way. I can be real good. We don't get these feelings. Hey, I need some love. Hey, I need some love. Hey, I need some love. Hey, and you can't judge.
You don't really call on me like you should. Think about roll through the hood. Problem for everything, all good, my love. Your nigga doesn't want smoke with me, nah, no way. Trust me, it's all okay. Trust me, it's all. You just need someone just come and fix you. Submit to domination. Arch back, keep stroke, white wine, we smoke, that's fine, that's combination. You just need some dig with no complications. You just need some. Need some late night attention, unconditioned, all that you're missing, my babe. Fuck up, shouldn't even have to justify. I get it, I'm on your side. Guys get their way all the time. Besides, pleasure not meant for one side. You should just do what's best for your mind. How about I just take my time? You call up my line.
Alright, you guys, so I'm pretty sure that we've eaten dinner. I'm probably just trying to be like cute at this point, but this was my gift to him, and he ended up getting me a new iPad with a really nice case, which you'll be able to see, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna check out tomorrow and enjoy the rest of the night. Alright, you guys, be sure to subscribe, comment below whether or not you like this video. If there's anything else you want to know, feel free to comment as well. I will be dropping more content, and it's not going to be overdue, but this is just really an experience I wanted to add to my diary, so I just felt the need to post it. Alright, bye! Until next time.
I fall up inside you. Girls need love too, I know.
Girls need love too. Yeah, girls need love too. Girls need love. Let me tell you something.